You'd never know it. That's Eric Carmen on lead vocals, of course, Raspberries. 12:01 the time. Welcome to Voice of Laguna on an absolutely perfect summer day. Yeah, it's a little muggy. Yeah, it's a little warmer than normal. But perfection is the order here as we sit on the corner of Ocean and Coast Highway. Wherever you're listening from across the globe or across the country, I hope it's a perfect day for you as well. We normally do the Artist Corner at 8 on Mondays, but today we kicked it back to noon because I wanted it as hot as possible in here. So we welcome muralist Hanna Smith. Hanna graduated from LCAD in 2022, and then her life changed after a trip to Mexico. I want to find out about that. We're going to find out about her work, but first we welcome our guest in, Hanna Smith. Hello.
Hello, good morning.
How are you today?
I'm great. I'm happy we didn't do this at 8 a.m. because I would have been dead.
Are you like not a morning person at all?
Not at all.
Okay, that's why I gave you the two options. I gave you 8 a.m. or noon. You chose noon.
Yes.
I figured, all right, yeah, okay. So can you create at 8 a.m. or you just need later in the day creation moments?
I'm best 10 a.m. and onward.
Okay.
I hate waking up early, and I do not do art in the morning.
Okay. So LCAT, I'm imagining when you went to school, was early classes? No,
they start at 10 a.m.
Okay, that's
I feel
right.
like artists, like the artists that I'm around, we
Right.
enjoy getting our sleep.
Okay, all right. Well, I'm glad it's noon. You seem wide awake. You seem chipper and all of the things we're looking for
Yes,
at
sir.
noon. The trip to Mexico changed your life?
Yes, for sure.
How so, and where'd you go?
So when I booked my trip to Mexico, I was working at an ad agency as an art director.
Okay.
Very corporate. I have a degree in graphic design.
Okay.
So I was there for a couple years, and I was just feeling so anxious.
Right.
And Mexico has like a big place in my heart because my boyfriend's family is from Mexico City.
Okay.
I've been learning Spanish for the past like 7 years. And just on a whim, I'm like, I need to get out of here. I need to go to Mexico.
So if I were to say, "Qué bien, entendés español," you would say?
Estoy aprendiendo español, pues.
Okay, there you go. All right, okay, all right. So working in the corporate world, and that's why I started this radio station, was for less restriction,
Yeah.
no boundaries, no walls, artistic creativity.
Mm-hmm.
That's the reason I did this. I'm guessing the same holds true for you.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
didn't have like a plan to quit that job when
Right.
I went to Mexico. I was gonna come right back.
Right.
But then when I was down there and away from the corporate life, I was like, I need to follow my gut. I need to follow my heart and just do this freelance thing.
Right.
So I'm sure you understand, like, your gut tells you what you're meant to be doing.
Yes, yeah. And congratulations, by the way.
Thank you.
Because I know that sometimes in the corporate world, you get held in place by the attraction of the money. The money's good.
Yeah.
It's a steady paycheck. You know where your food is coming from.
Yeah, for
All
sure.
of those things, and then taking that artistic and creative leap
Yeah,
is a gamble.
definitely.
Yeah.
It was really scary, for
and,
sure.
And you clearly had the confidence to take that leap.
I wasn't so confident. Actually, I was super anxious.
Okay.
It was like, I remember being down in Mexico and just talking to myself and being like, dude, like, I'm terrified, but I just have to quit and I have to try illustration or murals or something artistic. I had no plan.
Right.
So I was not confident. And I feel like every day I'm building confidence,
Right.
but the more like the universe gives me actual like art gigs and somehow I'm paying my bills and like I'm doing okay,
Right.
I'm like, okay, this is what I'm meant to be doing.
Right.
So the confidence it grows every day, but definitely in the beginning I was not confident at all.
Right. I'm guessing that even lacking that confidence, the actual creation of the art, as you're creating, there can be no better place.
Definitely, yeah.
You're at home creating.
Yeah, the flow state.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, that's pretty cool. I'm curious about murals and your choices of choosing to be a muralist as opposed to I'm not knocking 12 by 20 canvas painters or anything.
Totally.
But the difference in a mural to a canvas. Describe
Yes.
why you chose that.
So I kind of stumbled upon murals. I never painted really before,
Okay.
and I've never done a mural before. But when I went to Mexico, I just for fun painted my first ever wall down there.
Okay.
It was just with a pencil and a paint marker for like a local restaurant.
Okay.
And I had no idea what I was doing. It took forever. It was kind of messy, but I just felt like, oh my God, for the first time in a long time, I'm having fun with art.
Right.
And I was like, can I do this for a living? Is this actually something plausible? Even though I literally had no idea what I was doing. I was terrified to use paint, brushes. I was terrified to use colors. But after I painted that first mural, it was for free. Someone actually reached out to me down in Mexico, and they were like, can you paint my food stand in the park and we'll pay you?
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, okay, so I guess there's a demand for this. I'll do it. And I fell in love with it. And I fell in love with the process of it too, like filming it, making videos. Okay. So I just have fun every time I do one, and I find myself craving more and more. And I think, you know, going from sitting on a computer all day to then painting these huge walls, it's so night and day. I feel like I just crave to like use my hands and do something with my hands, you know.
Right. And as you're painting, then now you're adding the videotaping of it. Does that detract from your concentration at all?
No. I stopped videotaping my like at home art.
Right.
And when I do children's books, that really distracts me when I'm just sitting at my desk. Like, I hate filming.
Right.
But when I'm out and about painting murals, it doesn't bother me having a camera there with a tripod.
Right.
Or like just moving around and filming different things. Like, I like that, and I kind of like to see the story in my mind of how am I going to make this into like a cool story with the, you know, rising action or whatever.
You also illustrate for, as you mentioned, children's books.
Yeah.
And I've looked online as I look at your murals and the children's books. There's whimsical characters, and it's really. Even though I know, yes, it's appealing to children, there's something pleasing that speaks to the kid in all of us.
Yeah.
You've managed to capture that, and that's a difficult That's a difficult line to unblur.
Thank you.
Yeah. That's a conscious effort on your part?
No, it's not conscious.
Okay.
I think I just draw what I like.
Right.
You know, like I think as an artist, your style just kind of like comes out of you.
Right.
Like, I'm sure you're not like, I'm going to talk like this today, or I'm going to put this music on because I'm trying to like please somebody. It just like comes out of you naturally. Yeah. It's kind of like that. Okay. That just ended up being my style. And
way to throw it back at me. Way to turn that around. I appreciate that. Thank you. But I get it.
I love an artist doing what you love, you know. Like,
yeah, I totally get it. I'm curious about scaling up. I'm guessing, and I can only guess here, that when you have a project planned, that you will draw it first, right?
Yes.
And then scaling up to wall size.
Yes. That's the hard part.
Describe that for us.
So I draw it on my iPad. There's a few ways to get it big on the wall. There's like, you could do it with a grid where every square on the iPad equals like a square foot on the wall, and you're just kind of like doing that. I've used a projector where you literally just project the design and then trace it. That's pretty popular.
Okay.
And now a lot of mural artists are using the VR headset where you can see the design through these lenses and then you trace it like that. Okay. All of it's kind of clunky, I'd say, and difficult. Right. But you kind of refine it as you go. Right. I'm guessing
the VR headset would be the clunkiest and tough to get used to, I think.
Yeah,
wouldn't it?
It's hard. I've tried it, but it's good because you don't have to go in at night and project, because the projector only works at night, and that's not always safe.
Right.
I don't know. Every single time I start a mural, I'm always like, how am I going to scale this up? And something always goes wrong, and it's always hard. But then, I don't know. You just kind of figure it out. Right.
How do you cover up a mistake? If something does happen, if somebody says, okay, I need this particular thing on, that brings me to another question, first of all. So your murals, can they ever be client-specific, detailed like that? Or do they just give you a theme and you just go crazy with the theme?
They're always pretty specific.
Okay.
Like, there's a lot of behind-the-scenes work with contracts, revisions. I only allow 2 revisions per contract, or it's an extra amount of money per revision.
Go girl, there you go.
Just to like protect myself from that back and forth.
Right.
I have something in my contracts that say once I start painting, you can't add things, because I've run into issues with that in the past.
Right. That's really smart.
Yeah, I had to learn the hard way.
So I'm curious, at LCAT, along with learning whatever it was that you learned at LCAT, are there also business classes that have to come with it.
Yes.
Okay.
There's, I was in the graphic design program.
Right.
So I'd say that program was really business forward.
Right.
There was a class where they taught you how to make contracts, how to make invoices, and stuff like that.
Right.
But I will say they don't teach you the importance of like cold emailing, which is how I get a lot of my jobs.
Right.
Especially as a freelancer. I feel like at LCAD, in the graphic design department,
Right.
they were very much like, here's how you get a job in the industry. Here's how somebody hires you for a 9-to-5,
Right.
which, you know, makes sense.
Yes.
But I kind of had to teach myself how to like make my own business, which is scary and
Right.
crazy.
Well, it's and probably again the same freedom that allows that creativity, the freedom in how you create the business is also huge.
Yeah,
because
totally.
You can do that. You can add that now to a contract. Hey, once I get started,
Yeah.
stay out.
Yeah.
All right, that's very cool. Are there surfaces or textures that are impossible to work with? I'm guessing that across the street is this plain white giant brick wall that I'm sure someone like you would salivate at when you
Yeah.
see it because it's just plain white.
Totally.
But like wood or stucco. Stucco's got to be the toughest.
Stucco in the mural community, everyone hates stucco. Like if you get a stucco wall, you're like, oh no, this is gonna be so hard.
Right.
So I've seen muralists charge a little bit more for stucco.
Right.
Wood is fine. I don't know. I have something in my contract where I have the client
Very good.
prime the wall for me with the
Okay.
background color,
Right.
so I don't have to worry about like cleaning the wall, getting rid of all the imperfections of spider web, stuff like that.
Okay.
So it's like important to know what your wall is going to look like and feel like before you go in.
And is there a separate option for potential clients that if they don't want to primer the wall, you do it at a certain rate?
Yeah. I mean, typically these days, like, they're pretty happy to do it.
Right.
I got that idea from a fellow Laguna Beach artist, Kate Cleaves.
Okay.
She told me, she's like, especially if you're doing an elementary school, have them prime the wall because we're artists. Like, we're not just like regular painters.
Right.
Yeah. And that's more like labor and takes a lot of cost, a lot of time. So
Right.
in a perfect world, I want to just show up and do the art.
Right.
You know.
Right. You're an artist, for God's sakes.
Yeah.
You're not a painter, a brick wall painter. I get it. Can you work on more than one at a time?
Yeah.
Can you?
Yeah.
Do you?
Like you mean like multiple clients at a time?
Yeah,
or multiple walls at a
multiple
time?
projects. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
So typically, like if I'm painting, probably in the background, I'm also designing for another client or doing a children's book. I'll try to be communicative and be like, hey, like for the next couple of weeks I'm going to be painting. I probably won't be as on top of it on my freelance stuff, but I'll be back to it.
Right.
Yeah, just having like a calendar and like lists and keeping everything organized
Right.
helps me a lot balance everything.
So I want to focus on children's books for a moment. So I know that you illustrate for them. You illustrate for a book that someone else has written. Any intention ever maybe of writing your own children's book about murals?
I've thought about it, yeah, for sure.
Okay.
I don't know if it'll be about murals or about something else. I need to really like sit and think about
Right.
what theme I want, but I think that's something I would love to do in the future for sure.
Right. What else do you find interesting? What else do you do other than your art? What what is your day like without art?
I like playing music. I'm learning piano and guitar.
Oh, very cool.
My grandma was a piano teacher, so we have music in our
Yeah.
genes.
Yeah.
I like going on walks. I like going to the gym.
Do you prefer piano over guitar?
I've been playing piano longer than I've been playing guitar,
Right.
but now I really like the ease of just sitting with a guitar and like
Right.
it's really hard for me. Like guitar, it's like hard to learn, but I feel like once you get over that hump of learning, it's like so fun to just
Right.
jam out.
And the creative release that you get from painting and from doing murals, do you find yet a creative release in your music?
Yeah, I find it's like a more immediate creative release.
Okay.
Because murals, like so far, they're very client based.
Right.
And I love them, but I'm still like working with deadlines, working with the client's vision.
Right.
I find music, it's like right now I have creative energy. I'm just going to go sit at the piano and
Right.
just get it out immediately for myself only.
And I should let the audience. There's a fly that's been bugging her for the last 3 minutes, and I think it's a ghost of the newsstand that was here before. It's probably left over from that. I'm sorry.
I love
about
it. It's
that.
our
Yeah.
special guest.
Yeah, it is. when a client comes to you with a specific idea, if you aren't really hip to that idea, do you let them know? No, can we change? Are you able to suggest that?
Yeah.
Those kinds of changes to a client's idea.
Yes. I've had a lot of people reach out to me where they ask for something that really is not like something that I vibe with at all.
Right.
Like either stylistically or, I don't want to say morally, but like something religious, for example.
Right.
Where I kind of just have to be like, hey, honestly, like this isn't really something that I associate with personally. And then I'll give them like a contact for
someone
my
that
friend.
might be, right.
Yeah.
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 Okay, that's pretty cool. Because it's hard to jump into that creative zone if you're not in somewhere where your values are matching what you want to create.
Totally. Yeah.
I totally get that. And what are you currently working on?
My next mural is going to be in somebody's backyard in Fountain Valley.
Very cool.
Which is my first backyard mural, which I think is cute. It's like a little beach scene with penguins because their daughter loves penguins.
Right.
So,
do you take into account, for instance, and I'm just guessing that it's on wood of some kind?
It's on brick.
Okay, so do you take into account that maybe there's sprinklers that'll go on and sometimes wash it off? And is there a remedy for that?
Yeah. Typically, like, I try to talk to the client and be like, hey, are there going to be any sprinklers, whatever. But I was painting at Las Palmas Elementary School in San Clemente. And every morning I came back, my paint was all dripping. And I was like, what happened? Did the sprinklers spray? But no, it's just because it was so close to the beach that the dew would, like, make all the paint drip.
Right.
So I had to change my schedule a little bit and not paint past like 6 p.m. so that the nighttime dew wouldn't like ruin the paint.
Right.
But I'd say almost every job, like something like that goes wrong and you just kind of have to figure it out on the spot, which is kind of the fun of it.
And part of the helpful experience down the road. In 15 or 20 years, you've got this formula down. Where it's just like,
hopefully, yeah.
Yeah. And if a listener out there wanted a mural or a municipality wants a mural, the city calls you, how do they find you?
You could go on my website, www.hannaxart.com, or on my Instagram, hannaxart, which is HANNAX art.
Okay. All right. And musically,
yes.
Are you going to write any songs? Are you good lyrically? Do you escape that way by writing music that way?
Yeah, I've written songs before. I haven't like posted them or anything.
Right.
I wrote a little ditty. I have like I have a podcast also called Artist with a Dream.
Okay.
And I just like sat on the piano and wrote a little piano melody for that.
Right.
But in the future, if I learn a bit more about production, which is like a whole beast I don't know much about, I would love to write more original songs, but yeah.
All right. Well, when you do, this is where you come and you deliver that original song.
Oh my gosh, that would be crazy.
I would love to have you. All right. Hanna Smith, once again, how do we find you and your art?
You find me on my Instagram at HannaXart.
Okay. Thank you so very much for being a part of the program today. This is
Ed.
delightful. Can I have you back at some point?
Yeah, of course.
All right.
Whenever.
That was Hanna Smith, 12:19 the time. It's the Mornings with Ed show. It's the voice of Laguna.